Hello, and welcome back to my workshop. It is Pride Month. Well, technically the last day of Pride Month. The time of the year where we celebrate who we are, and for the doll community to have the annual Pride Collab. And for this year's lineup, his name is Akin, Valkyries World, Jackie O, Stitchwick Creations, Enchanterium, Hexion, The Dolly Geek, HLE Crafts, Dollinks, and me joined forces to represent each color of the Progress Pride flag, but the one before this year's makeover. So how do you represent the color of the flag? I'm glad you asked. Welcome to Akira's Workshop Express History Lesson. Emphasis on Express. The pride flag symbolism goes back to the 70s, when the artist Gilbert Baker designed the first rainbow flag, which first saw light during the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade in 1978. This flag actually consisted in 8 colors for the stripes, and each color with a different meaning: hot pink, red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, indigo, and violet. However, because of production issues, the pink and turquoise stripes were removed, leaving today's common variant of the rainbow flag with 6 colors. And it wasn't until 1994 that the rainbow flag was truly established as the symbolism for LGBTQ pride. The more you know. Well, following that beautiful history, I decided to give my doll an approach to the meaning of the violet color, the human spirit. I wanted to create a godlike entity that represents humanity as a non-binary spirit. For the inspiration, well, Sailor Moon Eternal just premiered on Netflix, and I consider Sailor Moon as an icon for the LGBTQ+ community. So my character is slightly inspired by Hawk's Eye and Princess Saturn. For this project, I'm using a Huntsman doll that I've already contoured and drawn the initial eye shape. Now I'm adding the brows with white pastel. And like always, clean them up with a flat eraser. The brows are very important for this face-up, since I want them to have more of an androgynous appearance. Pretty nice! Next, I'll add some color to the lips, mixing some pink and red pastel. And with a light nude color, I'll highlight the cupid's bow and top of the lip, just a little bit. If you don't want the highlight to look like a milk mustache, try to avoid doing this with white. Better do it with a color lighter to the skin tone. Since the hair will be like a lavender color, I'll add a very sheer layer of purple pastel on the brows. I really just want them to have a hint of purple. Later, darken the eye lines with black pencil. And with a light brown color, I'll start coloring the irises. For the makeup, I'm doing a literal wing, so with the same nude color, I'm starting sketching the form. This wing will connect all the way to the lip. Off camera, I'll darken the lines with purple and start coloring the scleras white. This time I want to experiment and just build up the color from the scleras instead of painting them with pure white. Next, I'll mix some purple and white pastel to add some color to the wings. And try to blend it ever so slightly. Since I want the eyes to be very intense, I'm using bright yellow to add highlights to the iris. And then add the pupils with my tiny black pencil. Oh my god. Yeah! Okay, the pupils were a fail, so I decided to just use a brown color to make a gradient. And I think this adds to the spiritual vibe I was looking for, so yay! I'm now adding gray pastel to the scleras and black to the iris, to make the eyes dimensional. Add the catch lights to seal the deal. And off camera, I'll add some purple nail powder to highlight. Now with extremely pale lilac, I'll fill up the wings. And then mix some clear matte acrylic paint with the same purple nail powder I used for the highlight, and paint inside the lines. To give it some extra shine, I decided to add some glue on some parts and pour purple glitter on top. But this didn't turn out the way I wanted, and the glitter was barely noticeable. So when the glitter fails you, bring the stones. So rhinestones will do the job. We love rhinestones on this channel. Yes! I draw the wings very asymmetrical, so this will cover up my happy mistake. Lol. For the hair, I want them to have a buzz cut. So first I'm painting the complete scalp with this periwinkle paint. I also felt the scalp was looking very bright, so I gave it one coat of my trusty pearlescent acrylic paint. This will add a cute shine, and it also helps to tone down the color. Next, I brushed a thick coat of Hermes Glue Wall multi-purpose glue for household repairs, craft projects, and more, and add platinum blonde flock. I wanted the color of the scalp to pop through the yarn, instead of the yarn being literally purple. Also, I don't know about you, but I hate working with flock. It's like glitter, it gets everywhere. I mixed some of my beautiful liquid porcelainizer varnish and 3 different glitters to create this paste. And as you can see, I tried on my nails and they look fabulous. This is what I was talking about, the color popping through the flock. And now I'm covering the yarn with my paste. As you can see, I started with a dabbing motion, but this didn't do shit, so I decided to just paint with it. I was afraid that the glitter would be too much, but at the end I was obsessed with it. I also went for the liquid porcelainizer so that the glitter didn't lose the shine. It also serves as a glue, so the glitter kinda gets encapsulated and won't fall off everywhere. For the clothes, I'm reinterpreting Princess Saturn dress, so I made this semicircular skirt pattern and this other one that will go on top. I cut the skirt on purple chiffon. And the dress pattern with this purple satin that I already closed on one side. I didn't want the chiffon to lose its hang, so instead of sewing the hem, I burned the edges. I'm also gathering the waist and sewing the skirt to a piece of ribbon. Same thing with the satin. Since it's a polyester fabric, I was able to burn the edges. Now I'm adding some blobs of uhu and glue on rhinestones, but with a gradient from big to small, and I'll do this on both sides. By the way, long story short, I glue all the rhinestones without marking them first, so the front ones were very uneven, and I had to repeat everything. Adding snaps to the clothes usually creates some bumps on the silhouette that I really dislike, so I decided to sew everything directly on the body. That's a shame, because that means I have to cover up that six-pack. Skirt on. And this is how the other part of the dress looks, all rhinestoned. And I just need to close it from the other side. I'll do this off camera with a ladder stitch. The top was looking kinda empty, so I'm making a harness. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that we love harnesses here. So I'm using ribbon and some rings to make this. They will have 2 horizontal pieces that will go around the waist, one thick and one thinner. To the thin one, I'm sewing more pieces of ribbon. This will mimic the straps on Princess Saturn's dress. Making harnesses is very time consuming, but I love how they look. So this is the smaller piece that goes around the waist. And then I'm using more rings for the chest straps. Once done, I took 2 more pieces of ribbon, one larger than the other. I placed the larger on the top, pulled them through the ring, and sewed them together. I did this because the dress of Saturn has 2 long straps that fall on her back. So I'm taking the shorter ones and sew them on the waist piece. I left a very thick embroidery needle through the earlobe for a while, to stretch the plastic. Now I'm just removing it and place the earring. That is just a ring with a purple crystal hanging. And I just need to close the ring with my pliers and hide the seam on the back of the ear. To finish everything, I'll sew a ribbon choker. I decided to name them Orion. I struggled a little bit with this project, because I really wanted to achieve a very spiritual vibe. This is my first non-binary character, and I love them so much. This year's group was amazing, so don't forget to watch the videos of His Name is Akin, Valkyrie's World, Jackie O, Stitchwick Creations, Enchantium, Hextian, The Dolly Geek, H. Ali Krabst, Dollings, and well, you're already watching this, so go on! Watch the rest, hurry up! And well, that's up for today. But as always, don't forget to support the workshop by liking this video. Remember that sharing is caring, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Thanks for watching and happy Pride to everyone! Kiro out!